done, but I consider it done. I gotta keep it all real, gotta write it a song. 18, still at it, present day in the moment and I pin at it. Still an addict for the rapping, got a mission and a vision and I almost had it. With everybody telling me that I can't have it. I don't really even care, I don't really even stay. I'm just doing it for me, I don't do it for the fame. I don't do it for the money, I just do it for the game. On my way, yeah. That's why I've been on my way. 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 Ain't nobody wanna see you when you here. Everybody wanna see you when you die. Everybody wanna see you when you make it. Ain't nobody wanna see you on the grind. So I stay true, keep it going, locked door, keep it open, one shot, gotta focus. I ain't missing it again, I ain't missing it again, I ain't missing it again. It's time months only the emergency room. Had to never get a chance, really heavy and soon. Thank God that I'm here, cause the chances were slim in the last minute. Who was breathing, had to be dedicated, I learned. Nothing is forever, nothing is promised. Get it when you can, thank God that you got it. Nothing is forever, nothing is promised. Get it when you can, thank God that you got it. To a truth, had it off with a dream. Ain't nobody ever get it, so I do it for me. Hey, do it for my day ones, all for the team. Do it for my day ones, all for the team. Speaking to a truth, had it off with a dream. Ain't nobody ever get it, so I do it for me. Hey, do it for my day ones, all for the team. Do it for my day ones, all for the team. 18, still at it. Present day in the moment and I'm feeling at it. Still at it, for the rapping. Got a mission and a vision and I almost had it. With everybody telling me that I can't have it. I don't really even care, I don't really even stay. I'm just doing it for me, I don't do it for the fame. I don't do it for the money, I just do it for the game. On my way. That's why I've been 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 on my way. Fresh meat on the track, on the track. That's why I've been taking time, getting more, yeah. I've been trying to make a way that I know, yeah. They don't wanna see you win, no they don't. So I gotta get it right now, gotta go. Cause I don't know if I will be enough, yeah. I just know that when it's said and done, chasing is the goal, happiness is fleeing, I'm making it what I know. They taking all of my time, so I never give it to most. I'm focusing on the hate when I should just be on my goals. Am I ready for it? But I hold back, looking at the past, trying to ignore it. Yeah, but I got some years on me, so I be taking time. I got no time for all these tears, homie. Take down all these mirrors, homie. Got the flame of sear on me. 2020 when I'm going in, I got no deal on me. Yeah, I bet you isn't real, homie. No, I bet you isn't real, homie. Yeah, I live in the back. Shit, I gotta try. Telling this a day. Hey, gotta find a way. Cause I don't know if I will be enough. Yeah. I just know that when it's said and done. That's why I've been taking time, getting more, yeah. I've been trying to make a way that I know, yeah. They don't wanna see you win, no they don't. So I gotta get it right now, gotta go. That's why I've been taking time, getting more, yeah. I've been trying to make a way that I know, yeah. They don't wanna see you win, no they don't. So I gotta get it right now, gotta go. Cause I don't know if I will be enough, yeah. I just know that when it's said and done. grind so long. I've been on the grind so long, just a little bit. They telling me to quit, just a little bit. I ain't even phased, not a little bit. I've been on the grind so long. I've been on the grind so long, just a little bit. I've been lying, I've been making songs. I've been trying and I've always put in work. Gotta get it, gotta elevate it. Try to tell me otherwise, but you know I am what I make it real shit. I got people that's around me, Hey, they wanna see me win. If I fall, they don't got me. I'm in this for everything I got. Having fun along the way, I don't mind if they not. 5 a.m., 2 runs through the storm, I ain't done. 15 on the watch, they pretend and they gone. Up at night when I rise, every morning see the sun. It's a blessing that I'm here, keep it going till the wheels fall off. They telling me to quit just a little bit. I ain't even phased, not a little bit. I've been on the grind so long. I've been on the grind so long, just a little bit. They telling me to quit just a little bit. I ain't even phased, not a little bit. I've been on the grind so long. I've been on the grind so long, just a little bit.
Welcome everyone to round number 3 of the Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club Caribbean Motor Racing Championship. I am your host, Rahul Nasir from Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club, and we welcome you out here to Dover Raceway here in Jamaica. It is round number 3 of the Classic Series, and we are just about to get underway. We are 15 minutes away from official qualifying, the shootout for pole, and then it is the Classic races, followed by the Radical Caribbean Cup, round 3 of 5 for them. We have some exciting racing coming at you here today. We welcome you out here today. Beautiful sunny day here in Jamaica. Taking a look at the skies, very clear. No signs of rain, no signs of clouds or anything like that. We got some couple of clouds in the distance, but looking just fine there. We have a jam-packed audience, virtual here at Dover, all ready to watch history be made. This is the first time Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club is at Jamaica here. Beautiful track here done. One of the highest details of racetracks ever going to find here. And one thing you're going to find, this is not your ordinary racetrack, I will say. This is a track only for the men. This one is a very rough surface, very challenging corners, and what will be some exciting racing. Just panning through this track here. Look at the crowd that's turned up here. All of the hill here for the other start layout here. We're not using this start-finish straight. You're going to be using the start-finish straight right up here next to the pits. The garages here. And there you can see some of the cars into the pits right now. Let's take a look at some of the drivers who are here in the server. Beginning with the debut driver, Jack Spence. Newcomer here at CMRSC. Very excited to see what he can do out here. Next up, we have Dylan Morant. Dylan Morant coming out strong here in the Valhalla Ford. Beautiful car done by his teammate Klaus Klint. Doesn't be joining us here today, but his teammate is repping Valhalla strong. Next up, we have Martin Webster. Now coming out the pit, beautiful livery on his car, getting into his mother there. We're actually going to take a look at that livery a little bit later. There you see Danny Nasir, as well as Curtis Berger. We have another car coming out the pit. There you see the smoke, and it's Jack Spence. Isaac Nielsen also coming up through turn 1 now. Also we have coming up, there is Mike Van Dorn. Looking at the other drivers here, we have Cole Bradbury in the Slush Racing Team Orange. Beautiful element in there. We have another Mazda RX-3 there, and a Toyota Celica there. But this is one tricky track. And we're going to see some beautiful racing on. It's really just going to be Hillman versus Ford. There you see Martin Webster flying through there. Danny Nasir coming through. Isaac Curtis. Ooh, we think we hear a spin. Curtis just loosened the back end probably. Yellow flags out, narrowly missing him. Jack is, and he's just going to go for a little spin there. Something wrong with Curtis, not too sure what's going on with him, and he's going to head back into the pits there. You see the grass being kicked up from Mike Van Dorn. Here is the back straight. Yeah, like I said, this is an amazing track to just feel to drive around here. A lot of the drivers not big of a fan of Dover. Let me tell you, it is one hell of a roller coaster. So enough with the shots here. We're gonna go trackside and watch some of these cars going around. See how the times are. So there you see Isaac Nielsen in the Hillman Imp, currently second fastest with a 1 minute 30.926. We're gonna go driver's eye, and we're gonna see just how bumpy Dover Raceway is. Coming up to turn 1 of Goodyear now, hard on the brakes to second gear. Good exit there. Now coming down the hill. Next corner here, down into second maybe? Oh, he keeps it in third. Tries to go flat. Can't make it. Now onto Pinky's Bluff. The next braking zone here, second gear. A little bit of an uphill. Get it going now. Coming up to Pepsi Hairpin now. He's gaining the distance up ahead. Down into second gear for this hairpin here. Now, one of the hardest turns on the track here. Very sharp left-hander coming up now. Uphill, very hard to hit the apex. Isaac just hits it. And now he is on the back straight. Now the chicane where it's really going to catch a lot of drivers out. But there you see Isaac powering it through in third gear. How much confidence you got there? Your call. And now coming up to the chicane that is going uphill. To go back up to the main straight as he just straightens up the car but loses a lot of momentum as you see Danny Nasir in the RX-3 pulling away. Hillman hits are very, very quick into the corners. However, it is the Fords, it is the RX-3s that are very, very quick on the straights, I should say. Now up, Isaac Wilson there. As you see, he's having a little bit of a battle here with Danny Nasir. She's gonna roll that car into the pits now. We take a look at fastest man on track, Mike Van Doren. Now let me tell you something about this guy. That 1 minute 30.757 is not only the fastest lap time of the week, but this is his first time putting in laps around Dover Raceway. Ladies and gentlemen, a new alien has touched down at CMRSC. Mike Van Doren. We have another Flying Dutchman around here. Of course, the original OG Flying Dutchman, Sandoval Lima, not able to join us here today. But Mike Van Doren, very, very quick out the gate. So we're going to see what he does. If he can finally take home his first career win at CMRSC, you see him dancing that Hillman Imp. We're actually going to go on board with Mike. Now let's see how different his lines is to Isaac, who's intense, slower. So, turn 1 now. Locking the wheel there, very quicker than what the Fords can do around Goodyear. into the next braking zone here. Does he keep it in third? He does keep it in third gear. Now down Pinky's Bluff. Little kink here, right-hander, and then hard on the brakes. Down into second gear. Touching that apex there. Racing up the car now. Down into second for the Pepsi hairpin. Down the back straight here. Bottoming out the car a little bit through the chicane. Oh, just going off track. Saves it though. Straight to complete that lap. I believe that was a 1:30.10 for him there. Now watching Cole now also in the Hillman Imp. Beautiful livery for the Slush Racing team, the SRT. There you see the beautiful Fanta orange Cole is driving there. Jack Spence, newcomer here from the United Kingdom, operating the Hillman Imp. Very home to him. The Hillmans based in the United Kingdom. Beautiful car there, and honestly, he's doing very well in his first outing here. Of course, doing 1:34, 4 seconds off the pace, but a lot of drivers are very quick when it comes to race pace rather than hot lapping pace. Looking now at Cole Bradbury's teammate Curtis Gregory, also in the Slush Racing team livery there, just being chased by a Dutchman who is just drifting that Hillman Imp. Mike yet to win a race, but oh, he has been so close time and time again. But a nice battle we are watching here. Mike now on the rear end of Curtis. A little sample of what we can see here. Curtis going third fastest with a 1:32.3. And Mike down the inside. And he's going to say thank you very much. I'm going to take that move. Bit of yellow flags forward. Jack Spence there. Gets it back on track. Martin Webster on track now. We're going to take a look at his livery here. He comes on to the back straight now. Martin Webster's livery. It's a dedication to his mother. So he has a picture on the side of the car. Actually, his son is just on it. Ooh, big crash for Martin Webster, the guy in ease here. Parks it into the pits. Might get a better angle of that picture there. There it is. You can just see it X-Play and all these races that he does in this Hillman Imp that his family once owned. He's now operating it around Dover Raceway. Beautiful shots here. Done from the CMRSC drone camera. This goes a little bit off. Just see how realistic and set of course it can be. Mike Van Noort puts in the fastest lap of a 1:30.6. Continuing his reign as fastest driver on track. Ooh, there you can see in the background, Jack Spence just losing it out there. Now checking out who else is on the race course here. We have Sean Lee, all three RX-7s in the pits. Sean Lee taking this here. And Dylan Morant, one of three Fords, I should say, around here. We have a beautiful livery done by the TCOD driver of Lance this year. Checking that out there. across our streets now. There goes Lance Nasir coming down to Goodyear, turn 1. There Lance Nasir goes. Up to Pinky's Bluff now. Ford Escort has the cameras trying to track him. Doing a very good job here. Drone camera. Dylan Moran still in the pits, and Mike Van Dorn continues to put in fast lap after fast lap. Decides to put that car back in the pit. Official practice warm-up is now complete. About to head into qualifying now. Watching Martin Webster currently P6 at 134.5. Just a heads up, ladies and gentlemen, we have 3 races coming up for you today. Race 1 will be 2 15-lap races. So race 1 will be a normal 15-lap race that will be decided from the grid from qualifying. That will be coming up now. And then we are going to see the reverse grid after race 1, where all the drivers will be flipped. And then we head into the 35-lap special with the Radicals. Let's go talk to the drivers right now. Mic check.
Very good.
Hey, yo.
Yeah,
There you
what's
go.
up?
Yeah, these guys are saying that the race server is saying 15 minutes instead of 15 laps.
So, isn't a 15-minute race or is it a 15-lap race?
No, okay, can you let me speak to Raul? Raul, are you hearing me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Yeah, the guys are saying the server is saying 15 minutes. So shouldn't it be 15 laps?
Yeah, it should.
Yeah, the
Is it
race
saying
is
15 minutes?
The guys are saying that it's saying 15
Yeah,
minutes.
it's saying
Wanna double
15
check that
minutes.
if you need to do a restart.
All right, no worries. Yeah, I'll restart it so everyone can just quickly just jump out the server.
Oh, can I just get back the Honda?
You want the Honda?
Is it? Yeah, I'll take it back.
All right.
So we're going to do like a 2-minute practice session then.
Yeah, I'll just have a 2-minute practice just to get everyone in, then I'll skip it to qualifying.
Good. All right, thanks guys for picking that one up.
All right, so
Just a quick reminder to all the imps. Just if you guys get stuck behind a four-door Mazda, just remember that you guys are much quicker than both the cars in the corner, so just be
Yeah.
And I'll have you remember that we'll likely won't care and
chat,
some of us will
Marlon
still
Young,
send it
welcome.
anyway.
That is true, but I'm just saying if you do that, you'll mostly cause a very big incident. So just friendly reminder.
Boys are super.
Rahul's right now in the situation of just hearing a VC of chaos.
It's actually bad English, man. We've got a pretty good turnout for this race.
English, what is it? What is
I
English?
have no idea. I'm speaking American right now.
Yeah. I can speak a mixture and then I can go into somehow Scottish. I can go into too many accents and I hate it.
There's no calm conversation. There's no calm conversation in a Scottish accent.
Oh, come on.
I'll tell you what about my country.
No, that's a Highlander. James Bond. That's a Highlander. We don't want that. We want James Bond.
Is it suburban?
James Bond was never Scottish.
The one I hate the most is I can do an Indian accent way too well. I hate it.
It's the head bob.
You got to do
Yeah, Cole. Hey Cole, what do you say? How are you doing today?
Hello sir, how are you doing today? May I help you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Imagine if the stream can hear this.
I feel like I'm at the quickie mart.
Hey dudes. Dude, I just realized we were on live stream.
What happened?
We're on live stream, guys. I just realized that.
Yeah.
No, your computer has virus.
You gotta do it.
Has the server
You gotta-
frozen for anyone else?
He's Scottish. Robin Williams Scottish is good.
I feel like I'm at the Quickie Mart call.
Yeah.
They did Quickie Mart.
Did the server freeze for?
No, he's restarting
leave.
it because
Yeah,
there was a
just
glitch in it.
Oh, that's what we're waiting on. Come on, Isaac.
Oh, you're alive, Rowan. Wow.
Alright, server's up.
Right,
Yeah,
let's go, people.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby, that's what I'm waiting for.
Real penalty in. Loaded for this one.
I have to reset my game. Why am I in a Civic? Get me out of this stupid car.
Raul, are we using real penalty here?
Yep.
Hey, we've got real penalty this
How many laps?
Oh,
15 laps.
15 laps.
Not 15 minutes, 15 laps.
Hey, Martin, you only here, right?
Yep, that's
There
correct.
we go.
like a video
Yeah,
clip,
so you
guys.
can be doing 129 then.
Oh, you mean like 120 or like 120?
Right,
Okay,
guys.
yeah, like 120. Yeah, my apologies, my apologies.
I'm thinking 119.
Expecting you 120.
Guys, I found something really cool to watch. I found something cool for us all to watch. Mario Andretti took an F1 car around Laguna Seca, a modernish F1 car around Laguna Seca. That's going to be a good watch, though.
Around outside. Oh, maybe not.
Of my championship rival.
Just let me know whenever.
Yeah, let me just load this up.
I'll just let the 40 seconds.
Oh, I don't know if I can wait that long.
My join button is not activated, so
Oh, you can join during qualifying.
that is okay. Yeah, get out. I exited, but
Hey, Justin racing today, G?
I don't know, boy. I saw him. He's home.
If he's in the VC, he's probably racing.
Yeah, he must be. He was driving something upstairs. I don't know what the hell he was.
You know, Justin, he's just gonna come in and start from the back.
Yeah, and then just demolish us.
Yeah, put him in there.
There we go. I'm not that loud.
I'm even doing radicals today, so
Oh my god.
listen to that little engine chirp.
Alright, we are back up. And ready to launch.
Are you boat?
Let's go around here.
We're stuck in a championship with two classifications, boat and lightweight beast.
I just heard a Windows connected device sound,
That's not
but
a
I
good
didn't plug
sign.
anything in.
That's not a good sign. BRB, someone's just Bluetoothed your sound. Oh, Dylan, you know what's gonna happen.
Just a little lunch.
Oh, are you on outlap?
Yes, I'm in an outlap.
Alright,
Just like you are.
well, I'll begin official qualifying in just a moment here, but I will say, just for this race, of course, no mandatory pit stop. It's going to be just start to finish, racing from green flag to checkered flag. And one thing I do want to add here is after every race, if you guys wouldn't mind, just having a cool down lap and then driving the car manually to the pits. I think that'll look pretty nice on the stream if you guys would just slow down and then just like jump into the pits and then park it there until the server just restarts.
Yes, that's fine. Yeah. I just flew through the ground. I went into a wall and disappeared.
Not coming back.
Look, guys.
All right, qualifying has begun. Good luck.
Good luck.
That's kind of sudden.
All right, let the qualifying games begin, and there you see a lot of Hillman imps coming out on track. That is a lot of Hillman imps. Wow. I think all of them has just come out in front. Tavar Clark, the only
Lance,
driver.
is it okay if I get by you here?
It's not Hillman who's ahead there. But there you see both the slush drivers, Isaac, I think
Guys,
Jack's
should we
in there
phase
as well.
ourselves out?
All right, let's try to keep comms clear as best.
I was full scrap.
The only
Like,
driver,
you should go, you're fast.
the Hillman imps. You see Mike Van Dorn just backing off a lot. But these
sorry.
5 drivers.
Sorry, Isaac.
He's been murdered by a British man.
Yeah. Hey, keep comms clear, please.
Man, this is crazy. This already looks like it's race day right now. These guys are all just on their out laps, getting ready. I wonder if these guys are going to give each other some space onto the hill.
Goodness.
So we're going to find out right now. See who is going to take pole at Dover Raceway. Doesn't look like it. Curtis and Martin, both side by side on the line, coming up to the front straight.
George, you may want to gap yourself to me so that you don't
And
run
now
into
watching
me.
the top of turn 1, there you see Tavar onto the inside of Martin Webster there. Cole now coming up here. Beautiful shot here done from our CMRSC camera crew. Crossing our screens now onto Pepsi hairpin here. Martin Webster looking like he's getting a little bit feisty on Jack Spence. He's actually going to take it down onto the inside. And now coming up the hill now, can Martin Webster keep that move? Continue the momentum throughout this lap. Tavar Clark struggling just a little bit with the Hillman Imps, the only driver in the Honda Civic. Getting a good tow from him there onto the back straight. Coming up to the chicane now. Let's see what these guys do. Are they clean? Looks like it. Now our first driver to come across the start-finish straight is coming up now. Cole Bradbury. We're going to see what time he does on the board. Seeing him just crest the top of the hill there. And here come the times. Cole Bradbury on pole with a 1:34.4. Isaac Nielsen beats him with a 1:32.152. Martin Webster, Jack, and Tavar. No signs of any improvements. Isaac on pole, followed by Martin Webster and Tavar Clark. Curtis Gregory coming across the line. No improvements there. Can Dylan Moret do anything about it? He comes across the line. Cannot do anything either. Cole has been put down to 4th now. Tavar jumping up into 3rd. Moran in 5th and Curtis in 6th. Danny Nasir coming across the line now. Can you see anything from him? He goes up into P6. Lance Nasir, Sean Lee coming across the line now with each other. Sean Lee going up to P5. Lance Nasir going into P10. Cole now coming out on track. George Hall coming across our screens there. You see Cole with a 1:34.2. Times are kicking off now. We have 8 minutes and 40 seconds left to go. We're in official qualifying now. There you see Mike drifting. Actually going to take that car straight back into the pits. You see George Hall. There is Martin Webster now, currently 3 seconds off the pace in Sector 2. We're going to see if he can improve anything on this front straight. Still in P3, but now we can watch some of the times on the board now. Isaac Nielsen side by side and overtaking Jack Spence. Did they make contact? Not too sure. I don't think they did. Jack just backing off. Now we can watch some more times here. Sean Lee in the middle of no man's land. Parks that back into the pits. Mark Clark out on track. Around the hairpin now. Curtis Gregory on a flyer. We're going to stay on with him. No idea what's on the stream. Kind of looks like a little movie here. He's actually going to pull that car straight into the pits. Martin Webster, Isaac, both going through the chicane there. Looking pretty sweet there. Just doing an audio check onto the stream here. Now Martin Webster, Isaac, both going through. Audio looks good to go there. In the chat, I had one of those, never ran though. Assume the helmet imp you are talking about there. Chat. So, time's looking very close now. Mike, 2 seconds faster than competition. We're going to stay on with him. If you guys are watching live, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We are 6 subscribers away from 200 subscribers. It'd be awesome if you can hit that subscribe button. As Mike Van Dorn goes 3/10 faster into the first sector, on board now. Let's see what he can do. Through the chicane now. Keeps it flat, keeps it steady. Coming to the end of Sector 1. Losing the back end just a little bit. Coming across, he's 4/10 faster in the second sector. Last little bit to go. Can he get a little bit of a slipstream, a little bit of a tow down from Sean Lee up ahead? Looks a little too far. But Mike is going to come across the line, and that is going to be a 30.0. Very, very fast time for Mike there. Isaac causing a bit of yellow flags just at the end of Pinky's Bluff. Martin Webster still in third. Where is Dylan Morant? One of the fastest drivers in the foreground here. Didn't get too many times on the board during the whole practice week. But he's a very quick driver. That Ford is very quick on the straights. There you see Mike trying to get ahead of Sean Lee, who Sean's just going to allow past. 4 minutes and 16 seconds left to go. Official qualifying. Who else can we watch who's on a lap to bar? About to complete his lap. Dylan Moran bringing out some yellow flags. They're going to take that car into the pits. Danny Nasir on a lap now. Coming around the hairpin here. Now going up the hill. Let's see what Danny Nasir can put on the board. It's a 135.6. A couple of yellow flags out on track. Of course, they keep it green. Now it's Amar Clark watching him now. Let's go driver's eye with the very fast Jamaican here. Of course, his home race, Jack Spence puts in a time of a 34.1 and puts it into P6 there. Zavar getting back into the pits. Isaac now has Curtis for company as we are winding down to the final laps here in qualifying. Can anyone take on the Dutchman? Mike Van Dorn, very fast. Look at Isaac. Big drift from him. Saves the car from almost hitting that concrete barrier. And now Isaac and Curtis side by side. Are they going to keep it clean? They're both on fast laps. Isaac, very brave to keep it side by side with Curtis after the mistake there. But he stays ahead after Curtis temporarily getting ahead from there. Watching back now, there is Cole Bradbury, the Englishman. See what he's doing on the back straight, coming up to the chicane here. Very close to the wall. And he keeps it going. Now Cole, coming up the hill, he's 2.3 off the pace in Sector 2. Not the quickest from him at all. He's going to come across the line now, put in a 35.668. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Isaac Nielsen. Is he on a flyer? He's 0.6 off of Mike Van Dorn. Might be Isaac that could be the favorite here that could take on Mike Van Dorn. Isaac, a very quick driver. Looking very good through that chicane there. We have just under a minute to go, so a lot of these drivers that are going to come across the start-finish straight will be their last times put on the board. Isaac now has Lance Cecere for company. I think that Ford might just pull away in a moment here. They're side by side. And there he goes. I don't think this is going to be the favorite position to be in right now if you're Isaac. You have a Ford that's very slow in the corners, and that is definitely going to compromise his turn one. He's going to get past Lance's here cleanly, but without hitting that apex, it's not going to do him anything good. Sean Lee, however, putting in a 34-0. These are your last times. Can Isaac Nielsen, even with that little mishap there with Lance Cecere on the apex of Goodyear, the checkered flag is out. Can Isaac put it on hold? Coming around to complete Sector 1. What's it going to be? It's 0.9 off. I think that might have already sealed the deal for him. To see if Mike's on the lap. He definitely is. We're going to see if he can improve that time. Martin Webster out on track, but no signs of improvement. Curtis, don't see anything from him. Looks like a lot of the drivers might have just completed their qualifying times there. Isaac making a mistake. Probably going up the hill. And that is going to ruin his qualifying. He comes to a halt. That's going to be his qualifying complete. Mike now. Only 0.5 off of his fastest time, but he's going to put that car back into the pits. Curtis Gregory. Doesn't look like he's on a fast one. Sean into the pits. Tavar. I believe his qualifying is already complete. Jack Spence, probably the last driver we can look at, was on a valid lap. Can he improve his time at all? Coming across the start-finish line. Can he improve that 34.1? Doesn't look like it. Jack Spence is going to stay P7 in his debut qualifying here. And Dylan Morant, big surprise here, is going to start in P9. The other Ford Escort of Lance Cecere going to be starting on the back of the grid. P12. But that looks like your qualifying complete there. It's Mike on pole. A beautiful qualifying we watched there as Mike has gone very, very quick. 1.9 seconds faster than Isaac Nielsen. Just behind him in the pits there. So what a qualifying that was. As all the drivers are now going to head into the pits. We're just going to head to the top of the pit lane. I'm actually going to see if we can fix this little issue here. I think we just saw it there. There it is. Not too sure what's going on there. So just going to see if I can quickly see what the issue is. And it looks like we've already solved it there. Beautiful qualifying, everyone. Congratulations to your top three: Mike Van Dorn, Isaac Nielsen, and Martin Webster. That is your top three.
Bottle quality so bad.
Alright, just one last confirmation. No mandatory stops at all. We should be able to just make it normally.
Yep.
Yeah. Right. About 28 liters to the helmet.
Yeah, you don't need a pit stop.
Alright, cool. Thank you, guys.
28 liters in the Hillman.
Yeah, 28 liters is to be safe.
But he does want us to do it going in laps, so...
Yeah, if you guys run out of fuel after the race is over and you can't make it, yeah, you can teleport to the pits. But I think it would just look nice if you guys just drive straight to the pits.
I'll put 1 liter extra in for you.
Is there a mandatory pit for this race?
No, there's not.
No.
Radicals, yes, not this.
Wait, I don't understand what happened. I just did like a 33 and it did not register. I don't know.
Probably better off to just overfuel the car. I don't think it will make too much of a difference.
Yeah, that 1 liter is going to give you 5 extra miles an hour.
I'm sort of annoyed that I didn't do a 129.
Yeah,
Oh, wow, you were actually close. I didn't expect a 129 to be possible, but it definitely is if you're on a 130 flat.
After I did a 132 in the practice in the week.
I lost just the slightest amount of time at the end of the lap.
There you see the drivers onto the grid now. We have 2 minutes left to go before lights out. It is now time to begin the official broadcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. We have 16 of you guys joining the server. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And all I gotta say now is enjoy the show. It is time to begin round number 3 of the Classic Series. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Grand Prix of Jamaica, and we are at the famous Dover Raceway, the very tricky, tight, technical track that is Dover. We have a beautiful crowd out here. There you see some beautiful drone shots there on live to the scene now. A beautiful stacked virtual crowd here at Dover, ready to witness some classic cars go around this amazing race course here. It's going to be a challenge. It's going to be Imp versus Escort, Hillman versus Ford. Let's go down to the front straight to see how qualifying was. On pole position, we have Mike Van Dorn, followed by Isaac Nielsen, followed by Martin Webster, then Curtis Gregory, Sean Lee, Tavar Clark. Next, we have Jack Spence in his debut race, Cole Bradbury, Dylan Moran, Danny Nasir, Lance Nasir, and George Hall, rounding out your grid. We are 30 seconds away from lights out. 13 of you guys watching the stream, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. We are on course for 200 subscribers. And let the Dover games begin. Good luck. Here we go.
It happens.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lights. And we go racing here at Dover. Isaac, great start from him, and already contact into the wall. It's Martin Webster. Curtis Gregory, a really good start. Mike falling down the order. Tavar jumping up the field. Oh, a big incident from here, sending off one of the imps into the sand. And now as they go down the hill, a couple of incidents, but they get back going on the track there. Tavar Clark now down the order, looking to make a move on. I think that is George Hall. Yes, it is. There we see 3 wide on Pinky's Bluff. The 3 manufacturers, the Honda, the Imp, the Mazda there. And now Martin Webster sending it down the inside, a little bit clumsy there, just knocking a couple of drivers around. And now around the Pepsi hairpin, there they go. There is your battle for the lead. It is Isaac Nielsen versus Mike Van Dorn. Cole Bradbury a little bit far behind. And there you see, just up the hill there. Oh, is that Dylan Morant? Yes, it is. Dylan Morant facing the wrong way. And now down into last position. Let's go trackside with the action. There we see Sean Lee looking the other direction. I know the leaderboard is a little bit mixed up here, but it'll just get corrected. By the end of the lap here, Martin Webster and Curtis Gregory just going side by side there. And there is your battle for the lead. It is Mike Van Dorn, followed by Curtis Gregory, who's side by side trying to get the move done on Isaac Nielsen. Gets that move done, in fact. He's on the outside. Is Isaac going to take a move onto the inside? No, he does not. So as the little leaderboard here is going to get updated throughout this race. So Isaac following very close with this battle here. This is a very close battle we have. We see Martin Webster trying to make a move on Danny Nasir, 2 of the old guns. And Martin Webster is going to take that move there. Isaac Nielsen makes the move on Cole Bradbury. We just missed it on the stream there. But fantastic racing. It's done from the top 3. Hillman, Imps, Lance Nasir in trouble. Lance Nasir coming into contact with Dylan Morant. This is your championship leader we're watching. And he is down to the back of the grid. This is going to be a big shakeup. As Dylan Morant and Sean Lee go side by side there. They look fine. Mike Dorn, fastest lap of the race. Martin Webster calling out some of the yellow flags. Keep it racing. Just gonna see in a moment here if we can. This is a leaderboard here, not fully updated. As you see George Hall blasting past Martin Webster. Back up to the front here. Looks like the top 3 finally spreading apart. But there we see a little bit of a train here. Let's look at the rear view camera of George Hall. As we see Danny Nasir and Curtis Gregory back there. How did Curtis get back there, actually? I thought he was competing in the front. Not too sure what has happened to him. But George under big pressure now. There you see Curtis making a move onto the inside of Danny Nasir. Beautifully done there. Can Danny Nasir fight back? He's onto the inside, tries to hang there. It's very tight. Curtis getting into contact with George Hall, but they keep it clean. And I'm just looking in chat. Yes, there are 2 races for the Classic Series. These guys are going to be flipped upside down. It's going to be the reverse grid right after, where the guys who are in 1st and 2nd are going to be 11th and 12th. Mike just putting in fastest lap after fastest lap. Just going to see if we can just change. Leaderboard doesn't look like we're able to. We'll keep you guys updated as the race goes on. Your actual leader right now is Mike Van Dorn here in 1st. He's Joining a very solid race now. Lance Nasir bringing out some of the yellow flags just by himself, but where he is right now will qualify him for reverse grid pole. If everything stays like this, Danny Nasir still in contention for this P7. And there you see Curtis Gregory essentially coming out of nowhere there. Gregory, a beautiful move on Danny Nasir. And, ooh, hard on the brakes. Curtis has to slam on. And that's going to allow Danny Nasir to get onto the inside. And can he hold the inside now? Or can Curtis switch the over-under now? Doesn't look like he's able to. He's going to have to wait another day to make that move. How long that'll take, we do not know. One thing we do know is these guys are giving us a fantastic race around here at Dover. Lap 5 of 15. Ooh, very close. He is. Can he get 2 in 1? Curtis very close. And it's a traffic jam. They're going to go 3 wide. Curtis in the middle, and he's going to send George Hall half in the air there. Look at Sean Lee. Don't count him out. And he's going to soar right past Curtis Gregory. All being squeezed, but they keep it racing there. And Dylan Morant has found himself with a little bit of traffic up ahead of him. We come up the field now. We have Jack Spence in his debut race against the Jamaican here at his home, Tavar Clark. We're going to come back to them momentarily. There we see Curtis Gregory making a move on Sean Lee. Onto the inside. George Hall very slow around that corner. It's going to box Sean Lee. It's not going to help his case. Sean now around the outside. Can he pull the switch back? George covering the inside very well, but the outside is open. This next corner, however, might be George Hall's. Down now. Who's going to put the power down first? They're side by side. Has Sean Lee done it? There you see the Ford just edging out the RX-3. And, ooh, George with a bit of an issue there. It's going to send him off the track, and Dylan Morin's going to also take that position. Nightmares for George Hall. Back up the field now. Martin Webster has put in his personal fastest and is charging up against Jack Spence for that P4 position. All these are for very crucial points here. As we see Danny Nasir and Curtis Gregory just cannot get enough of each other as they overtake each other on the front straight. Amazing racing coming through here, and we still have one more race to go. And when the field is jumbled up, we're going to get some exciting racing. When the fast guys are in the back, and the mid-pack here is just having some amazing battles. Up in the front here. And he goes. This is going to be a big shake-up in the points. Curtis going a little bit too wide. He's going to allow Sean Lee to take that move back on him. Dylan Morant just has front row seats to watch this action unfold. He hasn't put enough practice laps, I will say, Dylan Morant. So he is going to be a little bit off the pace. But a driver like his caliber is going to slowly adapt to the racing ahead. Curtis now going through the chicane. Very wide he goes. I saw that happening. Getting into the grass. Danny Nasir at the top of this battle here. Battle for P7. Very close Curtis is. Can Sean Lee get the power down to challenge Danny Nasir? Sean Lee put a move onto the inside. Ooh, it's hard on the brakes. Danny just holding off Sean Lee. Jack Spence loses that position to Martin Webster. And can Jack Spence actually make a move back? Looks like Martin's just so quicker. Back to this battle, however. Curtis Gregory is desperately trying to make a move. Danny DeSille losing the back end. Curtis is going to send it onto the inside and bounce Sean Lee out the way. Just a small warning, Curtis. Just watch the aggression. And Tavar Clark losing out big time and is going to fall down 2 positions. Curtis getting a little bit of a slap on the wrist there from race director. They say, watch the aggression. Dylan Morant now tries to make a move onto the inside, and there you just see soaring past him is Curtis. Now can Dylan, the 2 Americans now. I think they're just gonna have to work together to get past both of these RX-7s, RX-3s, I should say, apologies. But they are both just holding them up. Big time. On that rear camera, Sean Lee's RX-3. He loves a rotary. He knows the ins and outs of them. But there we see a move done onto the inside, and it's contact between Dylan Morant and Curtis. And who's behind them? George Hall's gonna say hello, and he's actually gonna be held up just a little bit. Trying to get past, and does get past. Dylan Morant, a nightmare for him. Lance Nasir getting lapped now by Mike Van Dorn. Looks like that's just not the right gear ratio he's running with. But Mike, confident in this race, and looking to take his first career win at CMRSC. Which goes a little bit wide there. Lap 9 of 15. Beautiful racing done by him down the order. In P2 we have Isaac Nielsen. Having a very good race for himself there. Martin Webster up into P3. Tavar Clark, even more issues for him. Should I say up into P4? There you see in chat, when am I going to watch one of these races without an incident on turn 1? It is very tricky to get turn 1 right in any race when you're bunched up together. A lot of it can be done by the drivers coming up too fast behind them. Maybe a driver coming up a little too slowly up ahead. And just answering you guys in the chat, race 2 will be decided by the finishing results of race 1, just reversed. Race 2 will not have its own separate qualifying session. In fact, this race, essentially, although it's for full points, it is also a qualifying session for race 2. Isaac, trouble with him! He's lost it! However, only 12 seconds to himself and Cole. He's managed to build himself...
Please move when you're being lapped.
Unless he's,
Who is this, Isaac? Where am I supposed to?
Let's keep it clear.
Keep the comms clear, please. Keep the comms clear.
Jack with an issue as well. Yeah, like I said, a lot of turn 1 incidents can come from net code to just drivers coming up a little too fast on the rear. We have seen many clean turn 1s, I will say. But I know one thing's for sure, Dover's a very tricky turn 1 to get right, especially when you're packed up together. Very bumpy as well. Curtis, just still in a battle with the 2 RX-3s we've left him. We thought we would overtake him eventually. But they've just kept him behind. Both Sean Lee and Danny Nasir working very well together. In the chat saying the mic is pretty low. I think that should be fine now. Thank you for that. Curtis just I think he's settling down now, knowing that next race is going to be a reverse grid. I say that, he's gotten a good exit there. Now down Pinky's Bluff. Curtis, side by side now. Can he move? Can he get the move done on the outside? Gets the switch back. Very close on the rear. But with 5 to go for Curtis, can he make any move at all? Cole catching up now to the lapped car of Lance Nasir, Martin Webster in a good P4, Savar in P5, Jack in P6, Sean Lee in P7, a battle between himself, Danny Nasir, and Curtis Gregory there. Dylan Morant, not the best races from him, but starting 3rd in the reverse grid, could be 2nd. If George Hall can make the move.
Cool.
Martin Webster now catching up very close to each other there. The gap is 4.95 seconds.
Coming through, Lance, I'm behind you.
And Lance Nasir having to let go of some of these guys. As Tavar making it a little bit early known that he is on his way. And ooh, Lance Nasir is on the apex there, but he's going to let him go.
Coming up to lap you.
George Hall getting the warning that he's going to be lapped. Mike doing a fantastic job out here. What a race he's had. Battling Isaac earlier in this one to now being 20 seconds ahead of him. There you see, just past our screens there, Dylan Morant, who's not had the best of races, I can tell you that much. Actually, just looking at it now, I'll update you guys on what the classic points look like so far. So far, Dylan Morant leads this championship.
Excellent.
He has 89 points, followed by Martin Toth, who sadly is not going to join us for the Classic Series, but will join us for the Radical Caribbean Cup later on in the evening. But Dylan Morant is going to have a huge hole in this championship picture. However, Martin Toth in 2nd, not racing today for the Classic Series. Klaus Klint is not racing at all today. Oswin Wilson decided to take a little backseat for the Classic Series and focus on the Radicals later on. So that means George Hall, who's in P5 in the championship, is P11. So far, Dylan Morant and George Hall could have a huge chance at extending this championship gap here today. But in this first race, it's just not working out for them.
That was just a tiny bit too aggressive, sorry.
Jack, an issue. And Curtis also apologizing to Danny Nasir, making a little bit too much of an aggressive move. And Jack, even more big of an issue. Sean Lee is going to come up and he's going to overtake Jack in his debut race here. What has happened? And he's going to teleport it into the pits. He's retired out of this one. That's not good, I will say. Jack retiring out of this one. There's one more race to go. You must finish all the laps to have reverse grid pole. He's going to start from last position. Oh no, confusion with Jack here. Probably having a little bit of a rage quit moment there, but you just got to be in it to win it, especially with the reverse grid coming up. Real shame for him that he's out this early, especially with 2 to go. And everyone's going to be promoted 1 position. Back with the championship points, however, the next driver is Justin Nasir, once again, not racing here. And Danny Nasir is going to be the lucky dog if he can hold on to this P7, who now is side by side with Curtis Gregory with 2 to go. Curtis now holding the inside, makes contact with them. Danny Nasir and Curtis Gregory battling for position. They have Lance Nasir ahead. Down to the inside. Now there's contact. And Curtis is sent into the wall there. And Danny Nasir, a good sportsman, is going to allow his fellow competitor to take back that position there. Respectful these two drivers are in this one. But now on the final lap should be the Flying Dutchman, the new Flying Dutchman, I will say, Mike Van Dorn, who's about to lap Lance Nasir for the second time. Jaden Harrison in P8 in the championship right now. Not going to see him here today, so no improvements there. But Martin Webster is definitely going to be the big improver as well. Another lucky dog who is currently sitting in P4. But on the final lap, there is your race leader who is going to be starting from last position. So just reading the chat here now. Don't think it's much of a rage quit when his tires are pointing 90 degrees. I know the damage is low for the race server here, so I don't think it was damage that did cost him. Possibly he's just unaware of the reverse grid format. Again, not too sure. Completing the race is always worth it. I do agree. But coming around the final couple of corners, and give a big round of applause to Mike Van Dorn, who's going to take home his first race win here at CMRSC. Mike Van Dorn wins race 1 here at Dover. So just a reminder, make sure you have a cool down lap and manually drive it into the pits. Thank you. Isaac Nielsen coming up the hill now. And is going to take home a very solid points finisher. This is going to be his first points in the Classic Series. And he's going to take home P2 for that effort. Cole Bradbury now coming up the hill for the last time in this race 1. Tavar, we find him in the mountain. He's going to teleport into the pits. Tavar, after having an amazing race, makes a mistake.
I thought I had him.
Cole is going to take home P3. Martin taking home P4. Tavar, fireworks at the very end of the chicane, probably lost it. I don't know if he's going to have reverse skid pole for that. I don't think it. He will have it because he's yet to finish this race. Sean Lee, however, is going to take home big points here. In P12, with only 8 points in the championship, this is definitely going to help him out big time. There you're going to see him overtake him. Has he done it? Yes, he has. And that is going to be a nightmare for Tavar Clark for what could have been. And that is going to be your race complete. All the drivers heading into the pits. After that one, Tavar and Jack, your 2 retirees from that one. And the checkered flag out now. And all the drivers heading into the pits. Huge shame there for Tavar at the end. But it's your man in P1. Let's find him. There he is. All right, great race won there. Congratulations to your top 3. Mike Van Doren, Isaac Nilsson, and Cole Bradbury. Cole, let's talk to you first in P3 there. How was that race for you?
It was mainly just a race of trying to keep myself in the position I was in. As you see towards the end, Martin was slowly creeping up on me lap by lap. So it became quite a race where I had to focus really hard on what I was doing before I end up accidentally binning it, which I luckily didn't do.
Right, and we find yourself on the podium now. It's going to be good points for you. Congratulations on that finish. And now into P2 now. Isaac, man, you just had him at the beginning, but it looks like he was just walking away from you at the end there. Of course, we're talking about your race winner, but Isaac, how was that race for you in P2 there?
Tricky, very tricky, and scary, because you go into a corner and if I downshift too fast, you get spins. So have to be very careful, but P2 is very good still.
It's a very good position. Congratulations on that. And your race winner, finally getting that one done, is your first career victory here at CMRSC. Mike Van Doren, how was that one for you?
Yeah, I mean, it was just very good. I mean, race pace was very good, like 130s all around, so yeah, I don't know how they got such a good launch at the start, but yeah, I got them off of that. Some nice overtakes on some lap cars and stuff, but yeah, it was a good race. Very fun.
Now, starting from the back of the grid, now that you've gotten P1 at that first race there, how are you going to be feeling coming into this one here?
I mean, it should be interesting for sure. I mean, I think I'm gonna try to take it a little bit careful at the start. I'll just see how everything goes.
All right, well, good luck to you and good luck to everyone else.
Did they give us the reverse grid?
Yep.
Looks like it.
Yeah, it's a little bit jumbled up because we had some drivers retiring out early as well.
I didn't think I would be this far back.
Isaac looks like he's
on.
in 4th right now.
Yeah,
and
I'm
Cole's
third.
up front.
I'm
This
third.
I'm just not.
I'm in P4.
Yeah, I'm P3 for some reason. I should be like P8.
Me too. I'm on pole.
Yeah, I don't think it was reversed. Seems like it's just the finishing position.
It says it's reversed it, but I guess it's messed it
I
up.
think it's only reversed.
Sean Lee's in first, which is about right. But I'm all the way back in ninth.
Reversed the people that
shouldn't be
get
fourth.
lapped.
It will reverse people that didn't get lapped.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably for people who did not get lapped, that's why.
Right then, so I guess we're going off this then just due to that.
All right, that is your race 1 complete. We are a minute away from race 2 for the reverse grid. And it is time to go racing. Welcome everyone to Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club's Caribbean Motor Racing Championship. It's round number 3. It's the Grand Prix of Jamaica, and we are getting ready to go racing here at Dover Raceway. Here's the grid for you real quickly. It's Sean Lee, followed by Martin Webster, Cole Bradbury, Isaac Nielsen, Mike Van Doren, Tavar Clark, Curtis Gregory, Danny Nasir, Dylan Morant, and George Hull. Lance Nasir and Jack Spence will round out your grid. And here we go. Now the reverse grid coming up now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lights. And we go racing for the reverse grid. Martin Webster, a beautiful start from him. It's already 3 wide, 4 wide. In fact, onto the front straight. Tavar Clark's going to take that move. And a huge crash for Cole and Sean Lee there. And Jack Spence spinning it before they even get to turn 1. Now onto the front here. Now Tavar Clark leading the pack now. It's 3 wide coming up to the next corner here. Oh man, it's a big roll for Martin Webster, who's going to just narrowly miss the crowd. We can't restart reverse grids. We can't restart reverse grids.
I'm in a hole.
Just TP to pits and then try to get back out. You'll be on the lead lap. And more chaos is going on, Curtis and Jaden Harrison. What has gone down here at Dover? As now we have Tavar in the lead, followed by Mike, who's found himself in a P2, Danny Nisser in P3, Dylan Morant in P4, George Hall in P5. Of course, we're not able to restart reverse grids here. It's only just a one and done. And Jaden!
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were gonna slow down there.
Jaden causing a little bit of an issue there. Curtis now on the back of Isaac Nilsson, but we now go trackside to the action. And what action we have gone off with. This is madness indeed. You see in the chat there, this is going to be an absolute kerfuffle in this championship picture now.
Sorry about that, Jack. You lost it then.
Tavar now into the lead. I guess we just have a lot of drivers not paying attention to those mirrors and causing a lot of issues. I think the scary crash there that we saw there was definitely Martin Webster. A bit of shades of Guang Yu Zhou at Silverstone at turn 1. Very scary crash there. But now Danny Nasir finds himself into P3, as now we can actually see that the leaderboard is now fully updated. Good one there. GTA police chases and how chaotic that start was. That was definitely one of the most chaotic starts I've ever seen in my whole life of commentating. Insane. Well, that's just what you get out of Dover Raceway here, as the hero Tavar Clark is leading this one with a charging Mike Van Dorn, who Tavar is using second gear? Tavar's setup is allowing him to use second gear and first gear only. And Mike rounding out the outside is absolutely gonna do him dirty there. Around the hairpin, a beautiful move done by Mike Van Dorn. What an overtake as we have more action at the rear. Sean Lee trying to make the move on Curtis Gregory. And Sean now trying to make the move on Curtis, who's gonna squeeze him to the wall. A little bit of chaos in the back here for Jack and Lance. And ooh, George Hall just up ahead, losing the back end just slightly. But looks like all these drivers are finally calmed down, as Tavar now trying to put the pressure on Mike. Sadly, in Assetto Corsa, we're not able to restart reverse grids. Only first races we are allowed to restart. But just absolute chaos. And it's definitely shuffled up the order big time here, as there you see Isaac on the outside trying to make the move done. Has he swapped back onto the inside? Isaac getting the move done on George Hall, very aggressive, but keeps it clean. And George Hall's gonna power right past him. Sean Lee looking to make a move. George looking a little bit scrappy there. And what an aggressive turn from Isaac. I thought he was Tokyo drifting that thing. And now he's found himself up into P6, hustling the order now. We're getting some really good racing with the faster guys in the back. But Isaac, who finished in P2 in the last race, is now finding himself... Oh, wow, just look at that Ford go. George Hall overtaking. Can he get 2 on the straight here? George now onto the inside of Curtis. And now Isaac trying to make the move back down. This is your battle for P6. Curtis takes it a little bit too far wide. He saves it. Just at the end there, Isaac, however, is going to take an opportunity to get that overtake done. And he has. Isaac, with the performance of a lifetime, is definitely going to earn himself driver of the day for this reverse grid here. Amazing stuff done by him. And what a pass that was. Isaac making Dover look like child's play. The way he is just making that imp dance, and the crowd goes wild, virtual and in the chat. Sean Lee suffering from that top speed to George Hall. But George's going to be very slow to the chicane, almost hitting that first bollard. And now Sean is going to have an opportunity to make a move around the outside. And he's going to make the switchback work. And Sean is going to take home P7. Beautiful move done by him. Mike in the lead, followed by Tavar and Dylan Morant. Huge shame for Martin Webster, who had a huge incident, who started in P2. And if you wanted an update on why the grid was a little more shuffled than it should have been, we're getting word from the race control that the reason why that was the case was because when the race leader overtakes lapped cars and also shuffles them as well. So it shuffles the final finishing positions from all the drivers. And you also have to factor in when drivers DNF and when they're laps down. Isaac, I think we hear in the chat saying, good job. No idea what that was for. I think he's a little bit sour there for what has happened. As Danny Nasir and Sean Lee have found themselves collecting each other. Oh no! The two RX3s who are controlling the mid-pack have now found themselves far behind. I'm reading the chat now. The fourth have the speed on the straights, big time, but slow in the turns, big time. As we see Cole trying to make a move onto the inside, and Isaac, can he make it 3 wide? Isaac Nielsen threading the needle down the middle, and he's just gonna walk past both drivers who's battling for position. Isaac! Wow, what racing from him! Oh my goodness, I've never seen anything like it. Isaac is outperforming here today, giving us a class, giving us a great show to watch. Oh my. I think I actually have a nickname for him here, and a lot of drivers like to call him the Swedish Iceman. And definitely he is going to live that one here. Isaac, beautiful from him, as we see Curtis Gregory and Dylan Morant very friendly to each other. So we're going to see what they do on track. Of course, that Ford is going to pull away big time on the straights, and Curtis is just going to have to follow behind. This is going to set up an absolute mad class for the ending of this one. If Mike stays where he is going to gain 50 points. And just adding to that, over the week, the drivers can accumulate other points as well. We have our server open 24 hours until Friday at midnight. And Curtis bringing out some yellows, just a moment there. But the drivers can earn themselves points over the week by setting the fastest lap and setting the most clean laps over the week. Mike, once again, this is his first day putting laps on track, and he's absolutely blitzing it out there. And if we're going to be looking at the championship standings now, Mike, if he finished where he is going to claim 50 points. He also has that pole position, which is going to give him 3 points, which is going to give him 53 points. And is going to comfortably put him into P3 in this championship when this is his first race in this one.
Ransom going off the left here.
You just hear how calm he is as he's just casually drifting at Hillman M. And Lance is here just hopping out the way. There's a couple battles in the rear.
Really?
George Hall.
I'm not going to pass you. Just
Dylan Morant and Curtis
really
with an
stupid.
issue.
I'm so
And
sorry.
Isaac Nielsen's going to take that. Isaac has once again taken 2 positions at once. Isaac is now up into P3. Isaac is getting the gift of the sim racing gods who's looking at him up above. And now he's into P3. This is his race. Jaden Harrison coming up to a stop there. Looks like he's just made a tad bit of a mistake. And there you see both Slush Racing team drivers. Ooh, as we see Jack just having a bit of an issue there. Back up the field now. Teammates now. Of course, we're not counting team points. So both of these drivers are allowed to compete with each other. It's every man for himself. Cole now down to the inside. They're still side by side. Curtis hangs on for dear life.
Very Curtis.
Cole trying to close the door on him, cannot get it done, and Curtis is going to have the inside line. And Cole is going to go around the outside. Goes a little bit onto the grass to avoid Curtis, and he's going to take that move. Jaden Harrison with more issues up ahead. And now I think both Slush Racing team drivers, although it's every man for himself, they're going to have to work together if they want to get Dylan Morant, who slowly right now is doing a very good job keeping these guys ahead. Mike putting in the fastest lap of a 1:30.4. And it's almost 7 p.m. on the East Coast.
I could see you, buddy.
And Lance Nasir and Tavar just communicating with each other there. Of course, Tavar is having a very good race right now and does not need anything ruining it. Coming up the hill now, both Imp drivers, as we see Cole having a way better exit as teammates come together. Door to door, coming up the hill. Crossing the start-finish straight. Jack with a little bit more issues is going to allow Martin Webster to overtake. Martin needing a little bit of a new undies, as he might have just narrowly missed out.
That was scary.
On Jack there. And now we are watching overhead of this battle here. It is Curtis Gregory versus Cole Bradbury. And ooh, Curtis tapping the wall just a little bit. Look at Cole now trying to get the outside, but the Ford just pulls on ahead. Curtis now taking advantage down the inside. They're still racing hard. Dylan, though, just having the legs to keep that Ford ahead. And now Cole trying to get up to the inside, but that Ford's just going to leave him now. Now Curtis trying to get a move onto the outside is going to lift off just a little bit. It's 6 to go. Very close as Drone is getting as Cole's going to launch a dive down the inside. It's crucial that he gets the move done before the straight. And can Curtis make the move done around the outside? Dylan has now lost 2 positions in 1 lap. Now let's see how quick that Ford is on the straight. There you see it go. Can he make it done? He's on the outside, and he's just going to have a leisure Sunday stroll past both Hillman Imps, who's worked so hard to get that move done. Cole, just losing the back end a little bit there. And now Curtis and Dylan side by side. Coming up to Pinky's Bluff, Curtis needs to lunge it down the inside. He gets it down the inside. Beautiful racing done from these drivers. Cole and Curtis keep cutting each other off, and they are teammates. Keep that in mind. They should be working together, but I think they're just having no team orders as Dylan Moran tries to make a move around the outside and contact is made. Not again. Sean Lee and Cole back in contention for P4. Cole around the outside, going to take that move. Sean Lee, there you see him, trying to make a move around the outside of Curtis. Curtis and more contact. Dylan Morant complaining that that 4 just won't come to a halt. As there you see Danny Nasir. And I believe that's George Hall taking that position. Nightmare for the championship leader. It is chaos wherever you look. And we still have one more race to go. The Radical Caribbean Cup coming up next. Just after this race as Mike 2 wheels off the racing surface. As he's coming up to lap.
Coming up to lap you, Jack.
Jack Spence there. Tavar having an amazing race. Isaac nowhere near Tavar, but never say never. Tavar in the last race on the last lap put it into the hill and crashed out. His Honda Civic. They got the car repaired and back out on track for race 2. He's in a comfortable P2 right now as Jaden Harrison has parked it next to the crowd. I think Jaden is probably signing some autographs with the virtual fans there. Sean Lee now, he can see both the orange Fanta cars of the Slush Racing team. It's lap 12 of 15. George Hall on the rear of Dylan Morant. This is your battle for P8 where Dylan should be battling for 3rd right now. As there you see the nippy Martin Webster. Trying to make a move. You see in chat, this is a bumper car fest. It's like you're watching a NASCAR road race. But let me tell you, these Radicals are going to be a whole different story. Jaden, if you can, just teleport that car to the pits for me.
Quickly. If I can get past you quick, Curtis is right behind me.
Thank you. Here in the chat, not too sure who is that communicating. Dylan Morant, who is 89 points right now, is not going to be gaining much. He is going to be keeping this championship lead, but it is going to go down to the wire. At Bushy Park in Barbados, the final round for the classic cars as Martin Webster losing the back end. It's going to give George Hall the position on the imp there. Unless Martin sends it down the inside, of course he is. Keeps that position. And now Martin covering the outside now. And let's see how big of a gap did he pull, if it's enough. George Hall coming up very quick. He's lifting actually. Saving this battle for the front straight. Speaking of the front, we look back at the battle for P4. It's Cole Bradbury against Curtis Gregory. Cole has the fastest time, has had the fastest time over the week, gaining himself some easy points in this championship. Jack with another issue for him on the hill there. Are there any drivers coming up? Tavar is. But he gets back racing. And it's 2 to go for the leader. One more race to go, so please stay tuned. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. We are on course to 200 subscribers. And make sure to like the stream as well currently. We have 9 of you guys viewing the stream. Thank you guys so much for tuning in this evening with us. But the action is not over yet.
Come on, behind you,
Curtis
George.
and Cole side by side for P4. This is probably the last battle we're going to be seeing here for the classic cars in this penultimate round. And Dylan Morant and Martin Webster contact with each other. Mike it. Ooh, very bad timing for Martin to come out there. Luckily, George Hall is going to blast right past him there. Back to this battle here. It's Cole against Curtis. Ooh, Jaden coming out the pits there. He is many laps down. 5 laps down. In fact, Daisy and Chad can't imagine how they deal with the Radicals. I believe it's going to be a very different story, since those cars are a bit easier to control than these cars. But if it's anything like the first 2 rounds, I think we might get some good, clean racing from the Radicals. It's going to be only 1 race, 1 mandatory pit stop, and 35 laps to complete. As Curtis is running out of time to get this P4 off of Cole. So far, it's both Cole. It's Cole that's leading Curtis in the championship by 2 points. There you see him drifting. That car, that Hillman Imp. Zavar looking a very solid P2 for him. And Isaac, good P3 from coming up from the back of the grid. Cole and Curtis have 1 more shot at glory. Sean Lee, good position for him in P6 as Danny Nasir is really too far behind to compete with that move. As Dylan Morant finding himself looking the wrong way, and more insult to injury. George Hall back there as well, but Mike Van Dorn has now dominated both races, and he has won the reverse grid here at Dover. Mike, take a bow. What a race that was from him. Zavar Clark doing an amazing job holding off P2, but we come back up to this battle one final time. Cole and Curtis. Can Curtis make any lunge? He's 1.5 behind the Englishman. We come up the field now to congratulate the driver at home. Zavar Clark is going to take home a solid P2 as Isaac bringing out the yellows there.
Coming up to you, Lance.
Yeah, and this is the cooldown lap?
If you've completed the race, it's the cooldown lap for you, but make sure you're getting out the way for the faster drivers who are still needing to finish the race. Isaac finishing that in P3. In P4, however, Curtis just could not get to Cole in time.
I see Mike driving very slow here.
And that's going to be his race over with. Curtis and Cole. A very good result from Slush Racing Team. Sean Lee in P6 and Danny Nasir, the last driver to come across the line. And that is going to be the Classic Series, the penultimate round, complete.
Guys, let's keep this conga going.
And a very chaotic but exciting race to finish us off there. Congratulations to your top 3, Mike Van Dorn, Zavar Clark, and Isaac Nielsen. We're going to talk to Isaac first. Without a doubt, driver of that race. What an amazing performance you've shown in that one there. How was that race for you?
Well, thank you very much, but disappointing and very nice. Some very clean overtakes, but some crashes that could have altered some positions, but it's okay.
It's okay indeed, yeah, but you were definitely making some amazing moves coming up the field You're having everyone on their feet virtually and in the chat here. That was an amazing result from you. Congratulations on that P3. And now,
Thank you.
the fan favorite here, the man from Jamaica in his home here, Tavar Clark in P2. Bro, that was an amazing start. And we found yourself into P2. How was that race for you?
It was really good. I loved it, to be honest. I know Mike had the pace, but I was really surprised that he was like behind me within 3 or 2 laps. I was like, wait, I'm not seeing right. So I tried to race him hard as possible, but you know, he decided. I mean, I think in the first race I should have a better finish. I made some mistakes, so coming out with the second race, I decided I won't be making none of those mistakes again. So I'm happy to bring on P2. You know, raise the flag high.
Indeed, man. Congratulations. That was a good finishing position from you. And in first position, once again, Mike, you have outdone yourself here. A good race from you there. Just take us through that one really quickly.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, my start was definitely a lot better than in the first race. Kind of figured out how to do it there. I don't really know what happened at the start, to be completely honest. It was a bit chaotic. I mean, I tried to take it a bit safe by staying behind Isaac and I think it was Martin. And because I kind of saw that collision coming, but just couldn't fully avoid it. So that put me quite a bit behind Tavar. Just pushed hard to catch up to him. Nice overtake around the outside and then just consistent driving from there. Get it to the end.
Indeed, man, congratulations. Not much to say. That was both races where you just had full control over that one. And that is going to be a solid 53 points, which in my calculations, that should put you up already into P3 in this championship. And you were already in contention for this one. That was a great race from you. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting ready to go racing for the Radical Caribbean Cup. And for the drivers in Discord, the server is now up. You guys can refresh Content Manager. There's 5 minutes on the board to get you guys joined in. All right, see ya.
Tavar, that was really nice.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it was a great battle, man. Hey, I was trying.
I mean, I didn't.
So beautiful racing there for the Classic Series. There you hear it. Mike Van Dorn is already in contention for his first championship. That's insane. And just alerting the drivers now. As we are now going to go into the server as well to broadcast the action. We have some talks in the media pen. We're just going to read that now. The media pen being our official Discord. Get into the action. Join it in the description down below. And just getting word, Dylan Moran apologizing to Curtis Gregory for hitting him twice in that race. And there you can hear them. It is the Radicals. Let's see him out on track. All right, so race server is up. This is going to be a 35-lap race with one mandatory pit stop that you must change your tires. from Tavar Clark that his livery is actually an exact replica, if we can find it, there it is, of Senna Somerville's Radical in real life. So there you see it there. Tavar repping Jamaica. And I think we have another Jamaican driver on track, Stephen Pommel. Just gonna do a quick audio check onto the stream here. Radical in real life. So there. Let me know if the audio is a little bit too loud in the chat there. But these radicals are very loud, I should say.
Wow, this is bumpy.
So a lot of these drivers are now going to feel how extreme Dover is going to be on this one. Martin, are you having some problems joining in?
Yeah, I get kicked and then I gotta go back in. Let me see again.
You should be good now. Looks all good on our side, Martin.
Yeah, but I had the wrong car. I chose right-hand drive and I got left. Oh well.
So just a quick 5-minute session for the guys to get warmed up. There you see Jaden Harrison in what I'd like to call Peanuts, where the whole livery is just Peanuts done by Isaac Nilsson. And his team name is called Vroom Vroom. So let's see what Vroom Vroom
so fast that we jumped the chicane.
There you see Oswin Wilson out on track there. Do we have everyone loaded into the server?
Probably.
We're gonna skip the session and just jump into qualifying in a couple seconds now, so just be prepared. All right. Watching the Radicals go around one final time in practice before we begin the session. And the shootout for pole is about to begin. Right now.
You guys don't know what Porpoising is like. Just drive these cars around Dover. This is horrible.
So keep in mind, guys, for the race, it's going to be a mandatory pit stop. It's going to be a mandatory pit stop for the race here. So make sure you make your setup accordingly. I'm not too sure about fuel or all that, but all I know is you guys must pit once in this race. Well, the cars are out on qualifying. So, let the games begin. So now, the Radical Caribbean Cup. Round 3 of 5. Yes, you heard that right. It's round 3 of 5 because Bushy Park, although it is the finale for the Classic Series, it will not serve as the finale for the Radicals. The Radicals finale will be at South Dakota at the proposed FIA layout. Oswin Wilson put in that car fastest to 126. We have an overhead shot of this one here. 11 drivers enter the Ring of Fire, and 1 can come out on top. Just waiting to see more drivers come up. They begin some of their laps here. There you see George just losing the back end there. So it's going to be very interesting to see how these guys roll in these cars. Man, this is going to be an exciting race here. One race, 35 laps. Let's go trackside with the guys. She's just going to make sure one thing. So we are set for a 35 lap race. And Oswin Wilson putting in a time of a 1:14.989. And Sean Lee, however, on pole. Tavar Clark takes it with a 14.8. The battle for pole for the Radicals are going to be very exciting. Many drivers, such as Sean Lee, Oswin Wilson, Tavar, have been the quickest drivers. And a big shout out, I think you're in the chat, Kurt Moss, who was fastest overall. Sadly, we're not going to see Mike Van Doren out here tonight. It is a bit late for him, but I guess his main focus is on the Classic Championship now that he has his sights locked on that. Watching now sector times for Oswin Wilson. He's 2/10 off the pace in sector 1. He's coming around to sector 2 now. Coming across, he's a 10th quicker. It's a 101.390 in the second sector. A little bit of a hop onto the front straight. Comes across the line. And it's a 14.975. And Sean Lee is going to take that provisional pole away from Tavar Clark with a 14.2. The times are coming down fast. Sean Lee with a bit of an issue. Not too sure what's going on there with him.
This started 5 laps.
Yes.
Thank you.
So Oswin now going a little bit quicker. Here the screaming Radicals. Everywhere you look around here, way louder than those classic cars. Martin Webster putting in a time of a 17.0. George Hall with a 18.8. Danny Desir with a 19.3 with a still handful of drivers to go to put in laps. Oswin now looking in for a very good lap. Jumps Tavar Clark with a 14.675. Where is Tavar and what time is he going to put up on the board? Looks like he's on his out lap, so we're going to visit him a little bit later. Martin Webster finding his feet here in this qualifying session. Now Martin Webster coming across the line. It's a 16.5, so there is improvement, not by much. So many drivers that have to put in their first flyers. We are already 6 minutes left in this session. passing our screens now. 19-0 for him. Can now take a look at Jaden Harrison and Dylan Morant. Now, let's talk about this championship picture here, as we have 5 minutes to go in this one. Have a beautiful shot around here of Dover. Let me just take you through the championship picture for the Radicals. So, in this championship, we are also counting the constructors, the team standings. It's Curtis going a little bit off there. Khalil Rickford, the Guyanese, has 46 points, leading the championship. However, he's not able to join us here today, so Oswin Wilson, if he can pull off the stops and get a win here, that's going to be a huge advantage going into the finale at Bushy Park. He is in P2 with 3 points behind Khalil. Martin Toth in third also. Doesn't look like he's showing up here. It is a little bit late for him where he is in the world. He's in P3. Dylan Morant in P4. Danny Nasir in P5. 27 and 21 points respectively. They're going to be looking to make a big impact in this one. Followed by Klaus, not able to join us here today. Martin Webster in P7. Looking to make some big points here. He's currently in P4 in qualifying. Justin Nasir in P8. I don't think he'll be able to join us here this evening. And it's Curtis Gregory and Sean Lee. Jaden Harrison, Tavar Clark, Lance Nasir, George Hall, Alfred Ali, and Isaac Nielsen. Rounding out your drivers' standings there. Sean Lee back out on track. We're going to see what he can do. In the constructors' team standings, we have Premature Acceleration Sim Sort, which is the team of Khalil Rickford and Oswin Wilson, dominating that with 89 points, followed by Valhalla with Klaus and Dylan. They currently have 46 points each. Extreme Racing, which is Martin Toth, has 27. Ardian Racing, which is just Danny Nasir, with 21 points. X-Play with Martin Webster with 18. TCOD with Justin and Lance, they have 14. Slush Racing Team, 12 points right now, but looking to make some big points here today. Bit of a yellow flag for Dylan Morant. Takes that car back into the pits. Cams with 4 points, tied with Vroom Vroom. That is also with 4 points. Bit of a cool name there. Young Knight Racing with 2 points. George Hall Racing with 1 point. And the other teams yet to score any points. Let's watch Sean Lee for his final flyer. Ooh, losing the back end there. Might have to abandon this lap. There he is pushing hard. Finding where Austin is. Oswin Wilson now. On board with him. Beautiful shots here done from the CMRSC camera crew. Now he's going to take that car into the pit lane. We have a couple other cars coming into the pits. There we see Curtis. A lot of these drivers are going to be on their final flyers. Minute 40 left to go as we see Dylan Morant just losing the back end on the hill. Sean Lee looking very strong for pole position. Let's see if he can hook it together for a good lap. There is Stephen Pommels. Tavar Clark as well, repping Senna Somerville. There you see Martin Webster as well. And there you see a packed, sold out Dover Raceway here in Jamaica. 1 minute to go. Let's find where Sean Lee is. Oswin Wilson has decided to put it into the pits for the rest of this session. He's confident that he cannot improve that time anymore. And Sean Lee is going quicker. Purple in the first sector there. We look at Tavar. What can Tavar do? Coming up to the first sector now. We watch him. Curtis bringing out some of the yellows at the end of the lap. He looks fine. Tavar needs a solid first sector to compete with Sean Lee. Can he get it done? No, he's going to lose the back end on him, and he's not even going to complete it. He is, but he's 9/10 down. Sean Lee, 1/10 down in the middle sector. Can he put it together? It's a 14-8. Tavar and Oswin putting it into the pits. Martin Webster 7/10 down off the pace. The checkered flag is out for Danny Nasir and Stephen Pummels. Danny coming across the line, stays P8. Pummels now staying P10. Jaden P9. Sean Lee does one more chance at a good lap. And he's a 10th, even quicker around Sector 1. And he might be the last driver to put in a fast one. How quick did Sean go in that radical? Are we foreseeing how quick the pace is going to be around here? He's going quicker in the second sector. Going up the hill, plants the power, loses the back end, takes it into the wall. And that is going to be his qualifying complete. He's going to keep it on pole position, though. And that is going to be your qualifying done. A lot of the drivers have already crossed the line. Danny Nasir, Pummels have already. That is going to be incomplete. There you see Martin Webster practicing some starts. And we are about to witness a very exciting 35 action-packed laps here at Dover. It's the Radical Caribbean Cup, round 3 of 5. Great qualifying from you guys there. Congratulations, your top 3. Sean Lee, Oswin Wilson, and Tavar Clark. So giving you guys an update, it is a mandatory pit stop in this one. So in this race, you must pit once. You must change your tires during this pit stop. In this race as well, virtual safety cars are enabled. So if there would be any incident on track, race director has the authority to pull out the virtual safety car. Therefore, the leader will control the pace, and all the drivers behind will bunch up behind. I will say after this race as well, if you guys can also have a cool down lap and drive it into the pits, but can I actually have the top 3 of this one? Just put it at the end of the start finish straight. So the top 3 who finished this race, I'll give a reminder also at the end. If you could just park it at the front there in a podium. So first in the middle, second on the right, I think, and then third on the left. So yeah, make sure you guys have your strategies ready to go, and you'll be on the grid in 40 seconds. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is counting down for the final race of the night. We are here at Dover. The virtual crowd is ready. The crowd in the chat is ready.
Hey, by mandatory pit stop, I mean we have to change tires, right?
Yes, there is going to be a mandatory pit stop in this race. You must change your tires just once.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Drivers are now on to the grid. We have 2 minutes left to go until lights out. It is finally time. The main event here at CMRSC. Welcome, everyone. It is the Caribbean Motor Racing Championship. It is round 3, the Grand Prix of Jamaica at Dover Raceway. And what a sight to see here. Packed out crowd here at Dover. The fans are ready in the chat. The virtual fans are ready here at the track. The drivers are ready, lined up at the grid for 35 laps of action-packed racing. There you see the Radicals ready to go. Let's take you through this grid. We have 40 seconds before lights out. Sean Lee putting it on pole, followed by Oswin Wilson. Then it's Tavar Clark repping Senna Somerville's car. Martin Webster, there he is in 4th at P5. Curtis Gregory, Dylan Morant in P6. George Hall P7. Stephen Pommels P8. Danny Nasir P9. Jaden Harrison P10. We are 20 seconds away from lights out. Here we go. Good luck, guys. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lights, and we go racing. Beautiful start there from Martin Webster. Putting it on the inside. Can he hold on to take the lead in this one? Keeping it clean there around turn 1. They look good. Oh, Jaden Harrison losing himself. It's a single car incident. They keep it racing. Luckily, they keep it clean, and that's what we want to see. Martin Webster holding off of Oswin Wilson and Sean Lee. Tavar Clark, Stephen Pommels, Curtis Gregory falling up behind. There they go through the Pepsi hairpin for the first time in the Radicals. This is going to be one race to remember. Let's see if we can quickly get back into the action here. But there you see the leaders, Oswin Wilson getting a little more quicker, and Oswin Wilson has entirely cut the track there. I think that's him. Yeah, it is. He's going to have to return back on track off the other direction, or else the game would give him a massive cut track. A huge issue early on to this race, but Martin Webster has one less problem to deal with. Sean Lee in second, Tavar in third. Oh, and a big crash. All right, virtual safety car, virtual safety car. Slow down your pace, no overtaking. Yellow flags in the front straight. So, Martin, let's do 80. Let's do 80. Pit lane speed.
My brakes did just not work there.
Pits are open. We are going to go green at the end of this lap. So, first caution of the day. They did keep it clean. I'll give it a applaud to them. But there you see Curtis. I think it's just the bumps, and you got to give it to them there. Martin, let's slow down the pace just a little bit more.
I'm doing 66.
Yeah, just, yep, that's fine, that's fine. All right, on the straight, you can speed it up just a little bit more to your liking.
Thighs are cold, guys. Remember, thighs are cold.
Yep, give yourself some space. You guys don't have to be too close behind each other. So, first caution of the day, and it should be dealt with pretty quickly. All right, get ready for my cue. Green flag, green flag. And they go back racing once again. It's 3 wide coming down to turn 1. It's Sean Lee, Dylan Morant, Oswin Wilson, Danny Nasir trying to get in there. And they get back racing, side by side. There you see Pommels and Danny. A car just falling behind there. I think that's Curtis. Ooh, Pommels just in the grass there. He keeps it at the barrier. Martin Webster leading this one. Sean Lee losing out of position there. Oswin Wilson rounding out the outside of Dylan Morant. Almost making contact there. They keep it clean. Just reading the chat there, not at all level. You gotta... I think I was just interrupting myself a little bit earlier there. Curtis just losing the bump out on the front straight. Hopefully we're gonna watch one of these guys when they go over it, but it's very tricky. The car just leaps out of nowhere. We're gonna watch it now with Martin Webster. Take a look at this. There you see, that's the bump. And there it is again, the front end. Just getting up in the air for Oswin Wilson. Side by side with Dylan Morant, and he's gonna take that position. Dylan Morant not choosing to fight that battle. Curtis now on the charge against Danny Nasir. Ooh, just losing the back end. Going down the hill as well. That is a big issue there. Now, Pinky's Bluff, I will say, it's pretty flat. Oh my goodness! That was a jump scare for even myself there. If you guys can keep it racing, we'll keep it green. And I will say apologies to you guys in the chat. I think you guys have gotten a little bit of a jump scare from Danny Nasir hitting the wall there. My heart left my body there for a moment. Wow. Okay. All right, catching our breaths there. Let's get back up to the front of the field. Martin Webster now with the trolley train. No, Sean Lee kind of stuck on the hill here. More chaos.
Oswin finally gonna stop like that.
Oh, and Oswin now struggling to get up the hill. It's chaos. It's almost like a roller coaster effect. Dylan Morant coming in for his mandatory pit stop. And Martin Webster is free out of there to now extend this gap. Ooh, Curtis fighting that radical. Looking very racy is everyone right now as they settle into this one after that quick virtual safety car after a pileup on the main straight. Curtis wonders to save that radical. The tires are getting very hot under him. He's gonna have to be very calm now. Here you see Pommels defending Oswin Wilson. Two drivers who respect each other very much. As Oswin gets onto the inside. Martin Webster putting in the fastest lap of this one. Curtis losing out, and looks like Pommels running out of road there at the end there. A lot of drivers losing it coming up the hill. A little bit impatient there. On board with Sean Lee, who's closing the gap to Tavar. Not too sure why he's not showing up on our board here, but he is in P2. Let's see actually if I can fix this myself. Does not look like it. So apologies for that little confusion. Curtis is stuck! Going up the hill! Kurt just trying to push it! That radical is just not going up. Try angling your car on the hill there, Curtis. There you go. Keep the power going. Keep the power going. There you go.
Uh-oh.
Is he stuck? Curtis is still stuck there. If the leaders get around him in time, they're gonna have to pull out the yellow. Has he got it going? Oh, he's just got it. Just before everyone can overtake him, the leaders, I should say. Oh, he's just losing the back end. Curtis just bottoming out on the hill and getting stuck there. Sean Lee, 2 seconds behind Tavar Clark. The Jamaican in second, his fellow Jamaican, Stephen Pommels, in P5. A bit of a lonely race right now, lap 7 of 35. Danny Nasir as well, spreading out. As we see a move, ooh! George Hall going a little bit sideways as Danny Nasir loses it. Dylan Morant is going to take that position from him. Jaden Harrison with a couple issues going up the hill, back onto the front straight. But so far, it's just drivers losing it by themselves. And Curtis now has the podium fighters right now as he just hits the wall. He does get out the way for Sean Lee as Osmond Wilson now coming through our screens now. As back on the drone camera now to now watch how big these gaps are. There's your leader, Martin Webster, followed by Tavar Clark and Sean Lee, who are coming up fast. This race is not over yet. Austin Wilson making way of Curtis Gregory, who of course is a blue flag. Next up is Stephen Pommels. But it does look like Sean Lee and Osmond's going quicker, as Osmond putting in a time of a 15.4. There you see Tavar closing that gap down, and Sean Lee's not too far behind. This is your battle for the lead. They're coming up fast. They still have pit stops to make in this one. This could be a strategy game for these drivers here. Going around Pepsi Hairpin. We gotta now look at the battle cam now. 2.2 seconds from Tavar and Sean Lee to the leader. There you see Martin Webster. Don't think it's just registering for us, but watching the battle in the rear. Ooh, as Tavar losing the back end just a little bit. You can see him pushing very hard. He is repping Jamaica and wants to win at his home, on his home turf. Coming up to Goodyear now. There you see Sean Lee just behind. Don't count him out. So a very close race between these guys. Nobody wanted to make a mistake at all. George Hall, we now go to the pits now, makes his mandatory pit stop. Let's find him. I believe there he is right there, unless that is one of the announcer cars. That could be. Let's find him in the pits. There is George Hall, in for his mandatory stop. Must change all 4 tires. Unless he's also repairing the car. As Tavar is just closing up that gap. Ooh, Sean tapping the wall. And George Hall, we're hearing from the media pen, is actually retired from this race here. Real shame for him there. It's going to end his chances at any championship contention. But Martin Webster is fighting tooth and nail. And Tavar Clark wants this race win. It's lap 11 of 35. Is it going to be Martin Webster? Is it going to be the man at home, Tavar Clark? Is it going to be Sean Lee? Or can we see another driver like Oswin Wilson or Stephen Pommels take this race? Victory. It's all to play for here at Dover, and the fans are getting excited. Look how close that gap is between Tavar and Martin Webster. Coming up the hill now. There you see Tavar. Oh, he's so close now. Ooh, a little bit of a lag spike for him. Hard on the brakes, both of them go. Looks like Tavar is just quicker. On that straight there. Looking on that rear camera, now Martin Webster has an angry Tavar Clark in his rearview mirrors. Tavar is going to try everything in the book now to see what he can do. Of course, battling each other is going to slow your pace down, especially when you're going to be on the wrong lines. Tavar trying to make a move up to the inside, does not get it done. Driver's eye for Tavar Clark. Ooh, Tavar lagging a little bit more. This is your battle for the lead, ladies and gentlemen. Tavar Clark, the hero at home, trying to get this race victory in a car that has so much history. There you see in the rearview mirror, Sean Lee is not too far behind. Let's change up the camera angles. You see a more higher angle. Now we can see. Oh, so close. Tavar is. Can he make a move around Pepsi? No, he cannot, but he's closer. He tries to move down the inside. Just backside of it. They're now side by side on the straight. Who's gonna come out on top? It's Martin, it's Tavar, and side by side, Martin's gonna have to back out of it!
No, Tavar.
And Martin's just gonna have to slot right back in! But Tavar Clark is now leading at Dover in the Radicals! And a huge roar from the crowd for Tavar. They're saluting him. What a race! Martin Webster coming in for his mandatory pit stop. This might be the right time to come in. Sean Lee now just has one car ahead of him. Ooh, Tavar, a little bit more lag.
Tavar, you're lagging like crazy, bro.
Yeah, we're watching it. So Tavar, during your pit stop, if you have anything open on your computer that doesn't need to be open, I suggest you close it. You are teleporting a little bit on track. So just see what you can do when you take your mandatory pit stop. Martin Webster emerging out in P4. He has Curtis just ahead of him. Of course, lapped traffic there. Martin crucially getting past and staying ahead of Stephen Pummels. You see in chat side by side, one of them had to give away. Yep, they definitely. But amazing racing from the both of them. Big round of applause to them. They've definitely kept it clean. There is Tavar, your race leader. Race director letting him know that if he can solve this issue that's going on, because the last thing we want is any connectivity issue to happen and causing an incident on track. That's not what we want. But there is Tavar, your race leader. Of course, 2 retirees in this one. Jaden Harrison and George Hall. Out of round 3 here. Next race, we head up to Barbados for Bushy Park, which will give us the championship finale for the Classic Series, and will give us the penultimate round for the Radical Caribbean Cup. So a lot of the drivers very spread apart. One driver who is not spread apart is Oswin Wilson, who's coming up on Sean Lee. Oswin, as we know earlier, made a drastic mistake on the final turn, losing it and falling down the order. I think he's going to need a virtual safety car to truly put himself back in contention for this one. Anything is possible. Martin Webster, the first one to bite, to go to the pits of the front pack. He's going to have to keep the pace strong if he's going to want to merge ahead of both Sean Lee, Oswin Wilson, and Tavar Clark. Of course, ignore the detail here that Sean is leading. It is Tavar Clark that is leading this one. But it's lap 16 of 35. Just getting to the halfway stages of this one. Oswin losing it, putting it on the grass there. And there you see, is that Tavar Clark? It's Tavar! What has happened to Tavar Clark? Interesting here. Just making sure we're reading this right. Tavar down into 3rd. Not too sure if he was always in 3rd or if he might have lost positions. I thought he was leading this one. Guess not. Stephen Pummels coming in for his mandatory pit stop. Let's take a listen. Oh, he's just overshot the pit box there. Curtis losing it on track. But interestingly, there goes his rivals there, Martin Webster. He's now come up to the field here. Again, not too sure if Tavar did lose positions, if he was leading this one before. But I guess we're just going to have to move on from there. So Sean Lee is your leader right now. Followed by Oswin and Tavar, who's going to spin it! Tavar Clark! Massive incident from him! Oswin Wilson and Sean Lee trading fastest laps! And that's going to help Martin Webster's case in the pit stops. Crucial for him there. But there you see Martin Webster going over the front straight. And going back on action there. Looking from the fans' perspective. There you see your leader, Sean Lee. Followed by Oswin Wilson. Beautiful crowd shot there. Let's take a couple more angles. Beautiful, beautiful battle between these two drivers here. They were trading tooth and nail over the week. to see who could have had the fastest lap in this one. They got Danny Nasir for company just up ahead. Any driver biting the pit lane? Not yet. I think Austin Wilson is thinking about doing whatever Sean doesn't. If Sean pits, he stays out and tries the undercut. And I think eventually, if Oswin finds his time to pit, he'll probably have to. Danny Nasir getting out the way for both of the leaders there. Great fight between these drivers here. Sean Lee, Oswin Wilson. You see Danny Nasir, of course, not for position. But Sean, comfortable lead there. It's 1.5 the gap. Oswin just losing out with the tires. There you can see him. Just losing out after that chicane there. Going up the hill now. Always very tricky. Both drivers using slightly different lines. And right now we're just waiting for any driver to bite. I think we do have another battle up ahead. Yes, we do. Dylan Morant and Stephen Pummels, the other Jamaican here that we cannot count out. So both drivers fighting very close now. Ooh, Dylan Morant losing the back end, and Stephen Pummels following suit, also losing the back end there. So two very close battles we're watching. The battle for the lead and the battle for P4. The battle for P5, I should say. And now coming up to the hill now. How close is Stephen Pummels to Dylan Morant? Is anyone going to bite the pit lane? No, they're going to... No, they won't. Sean Lee, anything? Oswin, anything? Not yet. I think I just heard a driver in the wall. It's Pummels. Does he get it rotated in time? All right, virtual safety car. Virtual safety car. No overtaking. No overtaking. Pits are open. Yellow flags on the front straight. Front straight is cleared. We're still under yellow.
Are you going green this lap?
We are not. We are not.
Okay.
Pits are open. Pits are open. Sean, you could do 80 on the board. Pit lane speed, please. So, interestingly, a caution coming out now. Dylan Morant.
Never mind.
A little bit of yellows. So is Sean and Oswin going to follow each other into the pit lane? Tavar is also in that pack as well. This is going to help Martin Webster big time. There you see him. And Danny, in a safe manner, you can overtake the leaders in a safe manner. Pummels, you can do the same as well. Just follow Danny. And there you see the drivers into the pits now. Pit lane is busy, and Martin Webster, that early stop is going to help him big time. Curtis Gregory retiring out from this one. Interesting there. Stephen Pummels and Dylan Morant, Martin Webster, the only drivers who are not in the pits now. Austin Wilson has jumped Sean Lee coming out the pits. All right, Martin, you're the leader. So I'll say just slow down a little bit. Let's get the other guys to catch up behind you, and then we can put
Roger
you
that.
back on your pace.
Roger that.
So race director is making sure everyone is caught up.
Got me there, Ozzy.
Yeah.
I was a little too cautious.
Am I still allowed to go by the leaders?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. All right, we're probably gonna have one more lap.
Where are the leaders at?
End of back straight. So all the top four all together now. And this should give us a very good race to the finish if it stays green. So we're still under yellow, still under yellow. We are not going green this lap. We are not going green this lap. Martin, that pace is perfect. Just keep it like that. We still have a handful of drivers to catch up. Really, we're just waiting for Danny Nasir to catch up. Drivers who have not caught up to the field, let's get full pace, full pace. The leaders are coming up to the end of the front straight. We will be going green on this lap. We will be going green on this lap at the start-finish straight.
The next lap.
Yeah, next lap, I should say. There you see Danny Nasir, last driver to catch up to the pack, as Pommels and Morant are now seeing their fellow competitors. It's lap 23 of 25. We're just going to have over 10 to go. Make sure you guys to hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button as well if you're enjoying what you're seeing right now. If you want to support us even more, go ahead and follow us on our Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Links are in the description down below, as well as our official Discord, where you can get into all the action you see here, get into the streams, get your name out there, and show the world how fast you are. There you see Austin Wilson giving the Sergio Perez safety car treatment to go a little bit quicker, please. So just keep this pace, just keep this pace. Danny is just catching up to the field now. Get ready to go racing, but keep that pace. Green flag, green flag. And here we go. Austin Wilson looking like he has the jump on Martin Webster. Tavar, can he get a jump there on Sean Lee as well? Down through turn one. They get through pretty well. Oh, I say that. Steven Pommels gets it to the wall. He looks fine. They keep it green. Now the whole pack bunched up together. Tavar Clark, can he make a move down into the inside of Oswin Wilson? Not just yet. Also going a little bit wide there. Sean Lee trying to make a move as well. Dylan Moretz also in contention for this one big time. Oh, big crash. All right, virtual safety car, virtual safety car.
I'm sorry, Sean. I didn't think I was that close to you.
Martin, let's slow down the pace a little bit more. If we can get everyone bunched up really quickly here, we can go green as soon as possible. So a little misfortunate for the The drivers in the back, including Sean Lee, who's lost out big time in this one. I guess Dylan trying to go for a move onto the inside. Could not get it done. All right, get ready. Green flag, green flag. And here we go, back racing again. Oswin Wilson down onto the inside of Tavar Clark. He's gonna get the move done. And now going into the drone camera for the action up above. There you see your battle for the lead there. Martin Webster holding it up, followed by Oswin Wilson and Tavar Clark. There you see how slow it is. Oh, Oswin gets tagged. And they get it going. Oswin losing out even more now. Trouble for him. He gets out the way. Gets it racing. The pack just cannot keep it clean. And race director forces this one to stay green. There's been too many cautions. Both Sean Lee and Tavar have lost out big time. But one thing's for sure, Sean Lee is in P2.
Pensioners 1 and 2.
And Danny Nasir and Martin Webster are leading this one. 1 and 2. Sean Lee not too far behind. And Tavar Clark still wants glory. Let's keep comms clear. Lap 25 of 35. It is coming down to the end here. Drama is coming up now. Danny Nasir, Sean Lee, Tavar Clark, the battle for P2. Danny Nasir now, two hungry drivers who are very quick. They're going to be battling this man for that second place spot. And if they can get past him, they're going to have 10 laps to catch Martin Webster. Danny Nasir now trying very hard. Ooh, Tavar getting a little bit feisty. Against Sean Lee, trying to make a move as Sean Lee is trying to make something on Danny Nasir. Up the bump. Danny Nasir not defending. Can Sean Lee launch it on the inside? He does not. Ooh, but goes very deep. And Tavar Clark is going to take that move. They go side by side. And Tavar is going to take P3. Oswin Wilson, fastest lap of this one. He has clear air, so he's going to push that really hard. Great battle here for P2. And we're going to see just across our screen, there goes Martin Webster, the leader of this one. Tavar trying the in and out. And he's got the move done. Tavar Clark has gotten P2 from Danny Nasir. Can Sean Lee try to move? Action wherever you look here at Dover Raceway. But Tavar has gotten loose. The chains are unhinged, and now he can chase down a 7-second gap of Martin Webster. Oswin Wilson already trying to put the pressure on Stephen Pommels. Trying a move. Now they make contact. A little bit more chaos coming up here, but coming up to this battle up here. There you see Danny Nasir, Sean Lee. Up the field now. There you see Dylan Morant and Oswin Wilson is not far behind. Are we going to see late safety car drama? Danny Nasir falls down the hill. throws donuts into the grass. It looks like this race might be over from him. He needs a toe to get back up, and just like Curtis, oh man, Danny Nasir falling down the order. He gets the car going, but what a battle was for P2. Has now dropped him down dead last. There you see Tavar in P2 right now. It's 7.2 the gap. To Martin Webster, there is your race leader, who's done a beautiful job here, keeping the field behind him. Lap 29 of 35. It's coming down to the closing stages. So you see Austin Wilson versus Dylan Morant. These rivals go back to the DTM 90s Touring Car Championship, where these two guys were the top two battling it for the championship. It was ultimately Austin Wilson who won at Hockenheim, and Austin Wilson trying to win this battle as well. Going up Pinky's Bluff. Hard on the brakes now. Dylan Morant now having the inside, a little bit squabbly. There they go. Through Pepsi hairpin. Austin Wilson covering that inside line. Can Dylan fire an attack on the inside? He's going to have to back out. And Austin Wilson is going to take P4. A great comeback from him. Can a late safety car cause something? Who is that? It's Sean Lee. Sean Lee with an incident there. Just half spinning the car, but he gets it going. Tavar Clark with a 15.5. That's his quickest in this race. And he's pulling the gap. It's 6 seconds. And what a masterclass of a comeback it would be for Tavar Clark if he can reel in Martin Webster. 6 seconds and 6 laps. Can he do it? There you're seeing in the telemetry, he's just 5 seconds now, 5.8. Tavar's going to push like crazy. He's going to have to pull a Schumacher of a drive. Fastest lap after fastest lap. Qualifying lap after qualifying lap. If he wants any chance at glory. Dylan Morant losing the back end, but he keeps it going. Pommels is nowhere to be seen. But this is the real battle we're watching right now. 4.9 the gap. He's reeling him in. 4.6, 4.8 the difference. Can Tavar Clark do it? Can the boy from Jamaica pull this off? Morant with an issue, but he gets it racing. There is Martin Webster. You see Tavar in the distance. And Tavar is pushing. We're going to watch the laps as they count down. It's 4.5 the difference. One thing I will say, Tavar is absolutely mad quick through the chicane that's coming up here. Let's watch the telemetry here. 4.6. He's put that gap down to 4 seconds. We have two telemetries watching these two drivers together. Tavar cannot afford a single mistake, and it's all push from there. It's nothing to lose. 15.9 from Martin, 15.4 from Tavar. He's closing in, but how quick can he get the job done? Of course, he still has to overtake Martin, which is already a handful. Tavar Clark, 4 seconds. With 4 to go. Can Tavar do it? No snaps of oversteer. The car doesn't look like it's understeering. It looks like it's set up perfectly for Dover. Very smooth on the power. That's a good drive from him. But is it going to be enough to take into victory lane? There you see Martin Webster. He is getting close. Sean Lee in the background, in his mirrors. But there you see how close that gap is getting. It's 3.2. Who's going to take this one? It's 3.2, the gap now. It's 2.9. Coming across 16.4 for Martin. 15.1 for Tavar. He is going quicker than his personal best. Tavar is 2.6 behind Martin Webster. I have goosebumps watching this. Oswin Wilson with a 14.6. Can he close the gap? I don't think he'll be able to close the gap to himself and Sean Lee. But oh boy, he's going to take a fastest lap for himself. But this is the fight for the lead. Tavar Clark is closing it. It's 2.8. Now 3.1 the difference. Of course, corner to corner they go. The gap will always change. It won't always be stable until they're on a straight, as we see now. He's reeling him. He's reeling him. It's 2.8. It's 3 to go. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching a heroic drive from Tavar Clark. What will be an amazing drive from him, even if he does finish in second. We have to applaud this to even close this gap. 2 to go from the line. Watching the times now. What is Martin Webster doing? A 15.7 from him. He's tuning up the band with a 15.2 from Tavar Clark. It's a personal best from Martin Webster. But Tavar is going quicker. 2.4 now, 2 to go. Tavar is running out of time. At this point, he needs Martin Webster to make any mistake. But Martin Webster knows he's under pressure. He knows that. He knows he has to tune up the band. Tooth and nail, Tavar is fighting. 2 seconds the gap now. Martin's not going to make it easy for him. 1.9, 1.8 the gap. How quick can he get through here? Back exits. It's way quicker than I saw in the last few laps. It's 1.5. Danny Nasir bringing out yellows. On the front straight, they keep it green. And Tavar now can see him in his sights and can smell the slipstream. Oh, he's so close. Marlon says race for the ages, so I agree. Final lap. It's a 15.0 from Tavar. And a 16.1 from Martin. Danny. Martin calling blue flags. Danny gets out the way for both of them. The gap is under a second, ladies and gentlemen. Martin is sweating bullets. He just has a couple more corners to defend. Tavar is going to have to send it. How close has this race been? Tavar is right behind him now. 4/10 the difference. Another driver ahead of him. How quick can they go through exits? Is it enough? They're side by side. Tavar Clark onto the outside. Can he make the switchback of dreams? Can he do it? No, he can't. He tucks in. 2 corners to go. Tavar Clark needs the switchback. Tavar side by side. No, he needs the trap. Tavar, has he done it? No, they've done it. He's crashed out. Tavar Clark has lost it at the end, and Martin Webster has won this one. Sean Lee close to overtaking Tavar, but it can't be done. Sean Lee close to Tavar.
Can't get that.
Wow, I'm speechless. Tavar inches away, but just ran out of road in that bump that caused the first virtual safety car. Just lost him. Sean, you were just a 10th off of that.
Wow. I should have pushed a little bit more.
Oh my. And there's the crew. I think Pommel's now coming over the start finish straight to complete this one. Wow. Martin Webster, Tavar Clark, give yourselves a pat on the back for one of the greatest battles I've ever seen. This tops anything we've ever had here at CMRSC. Tavar, so close. Martin Webster inching you out there. Let's go from top to bottom. Martin Webster, you were just watching the time tick down, tick down, tick down. 5 to go, a second a lap Tavar was pulling from you, and at the end, you were just able to hold it off. How was that one for you?
Boy, oh boy, I gotta thank Danny for holding them up. I mean, Tavar's pace, Sean Lee's pace, even Oswald's pace was just tremendous, and I couldn't keep with them because I didn't have a setup for the car. I didn't do any work on the car. I was more concentrating on the Hillman. So to get this win after all the shenanigans in the Classic Series there, I think this makes it all feel special because, I mean, it's good to have Sean Lee and Oswin and Tavar again. I mean, Tavar and I had many battles in many series, and this was a close one. I mean, he had me at the top of the chicane. I made a mistake. But I know twice I made a mistake at the top of the chicane. The first one before I pitted, I had to cut the chicane. And but yeah, this really feels good.
Congratulations, Martin. That was just an amazing fight to the end. I want you to take us through the final lap of that one. Tavar has now entered a second behind you. How are you feeling?
When we I had about 2.5 seconds, so I was holding him to that, and I knew where I was quicker than him, but in the end, he was still a lot faster than me. But when we came up on Danny was coming across the road, and I had to lift. When I lifted, he was about 0.5 behind. He closed that gap down to, I think it was 0.5 or a second. But then he had to pass Danny as well, so he probably lifted, and that gave me a little bit of breathing room, and that was enough. But I still made the mistake at the top of the hill with the chicane while he was chasing me because I didn't want to throw it away. At least, even if I had to let him go, I didn't want to, give up the podium on this race. But yeah, it was intense. It was really intense, and I enjoyed the hell out of it because Tavar and I had many battles. Like I said before, we had many battles many times, and I came out on top. Many of those times that we had battles, but this one I still got to give it to him because he was really fast.
Man, that was still an amazing race from you there. Congratulations. That is a very important race win for you, I guess, in probably your sim racing career. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And in P2, so close to a sweet home victory. Tavar inches away, but that bump on the front straight might have just cost you that race victory. How was that one for you?
I mean, to be honest, I gotta say hats off to Martin, man. That was a really hard. Like, trust me, I was trying so hard to close the gap. Like, I gave everything I had. To be honest, I have never ever raced this hard in my entire life. I gave it everything I could have gave it, and Martin caught up on Danny, and I realized he left off, but I kind of left off as well because I'm not sure if Danny realized it was two of us at the time. So I kind of just like try to take it a bit easy and not like just go hard into the corner and stuff. So it was really good. It was really close, and that bump at the end, man. Yeah, I had to go for that little gap because I know I had to run on him. So I was just trying to hope I get that space, but man, that bump and the wall was on the inside, so I never really wanted to like end the both of us. So I just tried to, just keep it safe. But it was really a good race. I feel bad for us Wayne, and I'm really sorry, man. Like I saw the brake lights in front of me, and I couldn't do nothing at that time. So I'm really sorry about that. And I mean, I had the lead at one point in the race, and I threw it away by mistake because my left hand was really hurting me. So I kind of threw it away at that point. And early on in the race, Martin and I had a great battle again where I passed him and stuff. And he's my rival, so each time I catch him and I got a chance to pass him, I will definitely go for it because he's my main rival. So, we have many battles over the years, and he got this one. I give him it. I'll be like, congrats, Martin. You really drive for that one. You really, really put the best he had in him, and I know it. Trust me, he's a really good racer. So I give him that one. Like, you really put me to the test of that. So man, I give you the congrats on that one. Big up.
Big up yourself, too.
Congratulations, Tavar. Amazing race from you there. Even though it was a second place and not that victory that you won, you just got to pat yourself on the back. That was a great charge from you to pull down almost double digits. I think it was maybe 10 seconds that gap was for you to fight back and try to get that one.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Yeah, good one there. And in third place, almost snatched it off the line, Sean. You were just a 10th off from taking that position off of Tavar there. How was your race?
Yeah, congratulations, Martin. Congratulations, Tavar. Yeah, that race was like a bunch of mixed emotions. I was on pole and I had a horrible start, and just a couple of battles here and there, battling with Tavar. It's ups and downs, a couple of hits here and there, but then in the second part when we restarted, I just couldn't get back in my groove. I just lost it it took me like 3-4 laps to get back into the groove, and by then it was too late. I got stuck behind a couple other guys, and that was it. But I think I had good pace. I think I had race winning pace today, but I guess it wasn't meant to be. But all in all, it was great fun.
Indeed, yeah. I just want to know your reaction really quickly to the end there. Did you see Tavar like sideways on track, or was he just recovering when you saw him?
Yeah, he was actually. I thought at passing he was facing backward, or just I couldn't even. I was like, "What is that Tavar?" I thought it was a back marker, and then I realized it was him. I was like, "Man, if I had pushed a little bit harder," but I keep losing it at the top of it. I was pushing so hard, and I kept losing it at the top of the chicane. I keep losing it and losing a lot of time there because I was pushing. And I should have just be a little bit more patient, and I probably would have had that second. But listen, those guys were quick today, and it was all fun. I had a good time. I was sweating in my seat right now.
I'll let you cool off there as well as everyone here. That was a great event here at Dover Raceway. Thank you guys for tuning in, and thank you to all the drivers who has made this event possible. We're gonna go close off the stream here, and yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Drivers, you can say your last goodbyes if you have any.
Bye. If you watched it all the way in the Super Bowl, thank you. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Wow. That was amazing. Dover Raceway. Did anyone expect that? When everyone was coming here this weekend, they were like, "Oh man, this is going to be chaotic. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be a crash fest." Half of that statement was true. The other half, when they were saying that the racing wasn't going to be good here, oh, they were so wrong. Dover Raceway delivering probably the best racing in sim racing history. I'm going to put it out right now. Out of the history that Dover Raceway has been run in Assetto Corsa, this right here was the greatest, closest, entertaining race you could ever witness for the drivers to be a part of. This single radical event alone definitely just summed that one up, and I gotta give you guys in chat a massive shout out, and I thank you so much for tuning in. This was an event that did run us a little bit late into the evening here. It's already 8:31 on the East Coast. We usually finish at 7:30. We're kind of over over our little time limit here, but that's all right. So we have 3 races. We have to watch out for that. 197 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. If you guys have not subscribed yet, it'd be awesome if you guys could just tip us over to 200. That'd be sweet. My name is Rahul Nisir from Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club. Stay tuned to our Instagram. We do have a couple of announcements following the next week for the next event. As following for the championship, we are going to be taking a week break. Going to be talking to the drivers about that. If you want to get a part of an open race, that's going to be coming up. Links are in the description to join our Discord. Make sure to follow us on Instagram to learn about all the updates, news, and announcements Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club related. Alright guys, my name is Rahul Nasir from Dover Raceway. Next round we go to Barbados. We'll see you there in 2 weeks. Good night.